Today we're making one of the top recipes on my website, smoked salmon with a garlic herb Dijon butter. Now this isn't a cold smoked salmon, this isn't a cured and hot smoked salmon. This is how we make salmon in our house, and it's honestly one of the best. People love it, my family loves it, so we're gonna show you that one tonight. I definitely recommend trying it. If you're looking for something more like a cured salmon, check out the recipe. I'll put the link below on my website. Salmon candy, it is unbelievable, but it does take a lot more time to prepare and smoke. So tonight, I'm gonna give you a quick and delicious recipe that you can have on the table within a couple hours. All right, so the first step here is completely optional, but I recommend it. I was not always a big fan of fish. I hated the smell. My Italian family, Christmas Eve, I'd walk in that house, oof, that smell just really took me back. So this is something that I learned a while ago as I was just trying out different fish and learning how to smoke different meats. We're actually gonna soak the salmon in milk for 20 minutes before. Now what happens is the proteins inside of the milk actually bind with the stuff, don't know the technical terms for it, inside of the salmon, and anything that makes that fishy smell as it cooks, it actually helps remove it from it. So we're gonna put the salmon into the bowl, we're gonna cover it with milk, and we're gonna let it sit for 20 minutes. Now this step is completely optional. If you're just looking to get the food on the smoker and eating sooner, you can obviously skip this step. If you don't mind the smell of fish, skip the step. Not that fish smells. We're not talking about a bad smell. We're not gonna eat anything nasty, fishy. But for me, sometimes when I'm cooking, you get that smell, that fishy smell that comes out. This is actually gonna help neutralize that smell. It's gonna bring out the flavor inside of the meat, and you're just gonna get a much better meal. All right, so as you can see here, we have these beautiful Alaskan wild-caught sockeye salmon. I've been getting my meat from Good Life Proteins. Everything is sustainably sourced from local farmers, wild-caught, grass-fed meats, absolutely delicious. They were actually generous enough to give us a 15% off discount code. So I'm gonna put that in the description below along with the link to the website. I definitely recommend you try it out. It's better for you and it's better for the planet. And I personally recommend it and use it for my family every week. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna start off, it's super simple. We're gonna take the salmon, we're gonna drop them inside the bowl. And then we're gonna take the milk and we're just gonna pour it in to cover it. Now I hope you can see that. Let me move this bag out of the way. There you go. So we're just pouring the milk in just to cover it. We wanna make sure it gets all over the salmon, spread it out so it covers it. You can do this in a Ziploc bag if you have a smaller bowl so you don't wanna use as much milk. Obviously, you know, we're wasting a decent amount of milk here, but anything shallow is definitely gonna help there as well because it'll just coat the top. Now while these are soaking, I'm gonna go make the garlic herb Dijon butter. I'm not gonna make you watch me do it and chop up the parsley and all the ingredients inside of it. I'm gonna make it, but I'm gonna put the ingredients in the description below. I definitely recommend trying it. You can also, if you have a favorite rub, you can use an all-purpose barbecue rub, you can use a fish rub, any rub that you love putting on fish, you can do that as well. All right, so we let these rest in the milk for 20 minutes. We took them out. You don't have to rinse these off. You can if you want to. I just wiped these off with a paper towel, but if you wanna rinse the milk off, that's entirely up to you. So while I was doing that, I made the garlic herb Dijon butter. The recipe again is in the description below. There's a link to the website with the full recipe. You can check it out there. Again, it's just a little Dijon mustard, some butter, garlic, cloves. You have some parsley, salt and pepper, some lemon zest and some lemon juice. It's delicious. We're just gonna brush it right on top of these. Keep it super simple. If you don't have a brush, you can use a spoon, whatever's easier for you. Just want to make sure you get it on all sides. Get this all around there, a nice coating of it. Really gonna bring the flavor. These are skin-on salmon. I like to put them on a wire rack, so I put a little oil on the wire rack to help them from not sticking. This is so much easier just to take it, put it right on the smoker, and take it off when you're done. Not have to deal with it sticking to the grates, peeling off, no issues. I put it right on the smoker, and I take it right off. All right, so we're just gonna put a nice little thin slice of lemon on each one. This is just gonna cook down along with it, and then at the end, you're gonna get a nice little squeeze, and it's gonna really just take it over the top. Just remember, take out the pits. All right, so that's it. The smoker's ready. We're gonna get these on the smoker, and we're gonna get them cooking. And these, I think, are gonna be one of the best salmon that you've ever had. All right, so today I'm using all-natural briquettes by the Good Charcoal Company. Now, this company has become my favorite charcoal company. All natural, no garbage, no chemicals, no fillers, no nothing. Lump and briquettes. The wood they get is from the acacia plant down in Africa that's encroaching on the flatlands. It's not good for the wildlife. It's not good for humanity. So they're actually going out there and taking down these plants to make the charcoal. Also, what they're doing is they're working with food pantries across the United States. Every week they're doing barbecues for people in need, and they've already given over 40,000 meals. Go to the website, check them out, find a dealer near you. They're in Lowe's, Sam's Club, Target, Tractor Supply, and so many more. Check out their website and see the awesome things they're doing. All right, and today we're gonna be cooking on the Kamado Joe Big Joe 3. You can cook these on anything. The salmon's gonna work well on an offset smoker, on a pellet smoker, on a charcoal grill, whatever you have on hand that can get the smoke going, it's gonna be fine for these salmon, and it's gonna taste amazing. All right, so we're gonna start with a nice chunk of oak wood. We're gonna bury it with those briquettes. All right, so we got the Kamado Joe running at 225 degrees right now. We're using oak wood chunks in there to add that flavor. I like oak. You can use anything from apple, cherry, any fruit woods, low smoke woods. I wouldn't go anything with hickory or something really strong, or mesquite, but I love oak for pretty much everything. I think it's a across the board amazing piece of wood. So we're gonna put these on. They're gonna run for about an hour to an hour and a half, depending on the thickness. Now here's the big thing. There's a big difference between farm-raised salmon and wild-caught salmon. Farm-raised salmon can go about 10 degrees higher without drying out. So for this salmon right here, since it's wild-caught, we're gonna aim for an internal temperature of 125 degrees. But if you're using farm-raised salmon, you can take that to 135 degrees for about the same internal consistency. All right, so let's get these on. Like I said, since we have these on a wire rack, all we're gonna do is pick up the wire rack and put it right on the smoker. If you have them separate, you gotta get your hands dirty a little bit. All right, so let's get these on, and then I'll see you in about an hour. We'll check the temperature, see how we're doing, and get these things ready to eat. All right, so these are done. They look great. I'm gonna be a little honest with you. I had to get my son off the bus, so these went probably to like 132, 133. Like I said, we were aiming for 125, but you know, that's just life. I still think though, we're gonna get a really good piece of salmon here. So check it out. You can see it's cooked perfect. That crust, we still have some of it from the marinade on there. Some of the milk came out a little bit. The lemon, if we squeeze it now, we're gonna get a lot of juice. You see that all over? Oh, this is good. Yeah, so like I said, it's probably, actually, that's flaky, that's good. Like I said, I would have liked it a little less, but some people love it like this, so we can't go wrong. Cooking it low and slow, you still get all the fat in there, all the oils come out. Yeah, that's really good. A lot of smoke, not too much. Again, that salmon fishy flavor that sometimes you get is not there at all, so you're getting the salmon taste. Especially on something like a wild-caught sockeye, you do get a little more, I think, than, you know, farm-raised Atlantic salmon. So that's really good. The flavor is good. The lemon's in there. Try this next time you make salmon and see what you think. I think you're gonna love it. All right, thanks so much again for checking in. If you like what I'm doing, if you're getting value out of this, please consider subscribing, click the like button, and I'll check you out in the next video. Thanks so much, and God bless.